Welcome to Paris, Las Vegas. We are staying here for one night in a Bordeaux room with a fountain view. We're going to be checking out a tour of the entire complex, the food they offer, as well as maybe an experience. So let's head on in and check it out. Be sure to stay tuned till the end of the video. I will be giving away 4 poker chips to 4 of my subscribers, and details on how to win those will be at the end of the video. So this is the entrance to Paris if you're coming off the Las Vegas Strip. We will show you where the parking deck is after. We're gonna stay to the left here. When you first walk in, you have Mon Ami Gabi, which is a place here that you can eat at. We might be eating here later tonight. They have a steak frites for $43, so we gotta check that out. On the inside, you do have the Eiffel Tower legs that come through, which are pretty cool. Back here, you're gonna have the sports book, obviously a Caesars sports book. Let's go give this a look. You have the bridge up top that's going to take you to the elevator to the Eiffel Tower dinner place, as well as the top of the Eiffel Tower viewing deck. Staying to the left, you have this little bar that is connected to the sports book as well. And then doors to go out and to the Versailles Towers. And then over on this side, you have the Eiffel Tower Tour gift shop. Over on this side, you have mostly your poker machines under the bridge, and then Gustav's bar, and then your table games over here to the left. All the table games are pretty much in the middle of the property. You do have a fountain here in the middle that you can throw your change at if you get change at the cashier. Staying to the left, you have the high limit table room. So if you're a big gambler, you can come to the high limit table room. And then you're gonna have Gordon Ramsay steak. I did eat at Gordon Ramsay steak at Harrah's in Atlantic City. Very good. Definitely recommend. I have no idea if they have a happy hour like they do in Atlantic City, but it is very nice. And then you have the high limit slots area as well. Looks like a nice area. And then coming up here on the left, you have the breakfast spot and a lunch spot. This is Cafe Americano. And then right in the middle, you have the bar in the middle. And then you come back to the walkway to get back to the Bordeaux Tower, as well as to Horseshoe. And you have Vanderpump here, one of the 4 Vanderpump bars. This one is very nice in particular. Really like this one and the one at Caesars Palace. Here you have a small cafe, and then a way to get to the Bordeaux Towers. On your left, you do have Nobu, very expensive place. There's 3 Nobus here in Las Vegas. One is here, one is at the Virgin, and one is at Caesars Palace. On the right, you have your little gift shop store, and then Bobby's Burgers here on the left. We did eat here last time I was in Las Vegas, if you saw that video. And then you have the Bedford by Martha Stewart. Also very nice inside. Pretty expensive Southern cuisine though. Over here to the left is where the old buffet used to be. They have not converted it to anything just yet. And then you have Dominique Ansel's. We're gonna try the cronut here later. It's an $11 cronut, so we'll be testing out to see if that is actually worth it or if it's any good. Still continuing down this hallway, you have a couple places where you can shop, kind of like your regular Vegas trinket places. And then you have the Monte Cristo cigar bar if you want to enjoy a cigar. Back here, you're gonna have the necessities store, and then on the right, coming up here, is going to be where the WSOP is currently set up, or the convention center is where it normally is. And then you have self-parking coming up these escalators. You also have rideshare this way, and then going straight here is how you get into Horseshoe. But we're not going to Horseshoe, we're gonna go back and show you the rest of Paris. So back out front where you see the Vanderpump bar, you have another suitcase store as well as a sunglasses store, and then the Paris Theater, which looks like toilets. Oh, and the theater's back there as well. And then you have another trinket store. They have a lot of these here. Another essential store. And then you have the check-in reception area. If you are Diamond, you're gonna enter right here through the left. If you are anything under Diamond, you're gonna check in over there. And then you have a little coffee place here by Guy Savoy. The one thing about this casino is it has many, many doors to get to the outside. So this is just another way to get outside. Continuing through Paris here, we're getting to the front, back to the front. You have Le Cabaret, which puts on free shows. But a nice sitting area where they put on free shows. I'll get you the show times here. So just Fridays and Saturdays. And you have a little bar here that is connected to this area with gaming on it as well. I've actually never seen anybody in there. And then you're back to the front where you can go to Cherie's Rooftop. I have ate there. They're not part of Caesars, so you can't use your points there and you can't redeem anything there. The service was just okay. And then down here you do have Alexa's. I've ate here as well. It is very, very good. I highly recommend Alexa's. And then right here on the right, you have the Caesars Rewards Desk. And that is the entire tour of Paris. We're gonna head outside so I can show you some of the things that they have outside as well. They have the beer garden that you can't access from inside, so let's head outside so I can show you all that. Once you come outside, you do have the beer garden up here up top. Great views of watching the strip. And then here's the outside dining of Alexa's. This is where I ate. You have the Arc bar over here. And then the last thing they have, which is new, is salt and straw ice cream. They do have a golden taco here, kind of like a Choco taco. And then outside, you do have outside seating here at Monami Gabi as well. When you come out here to the Paris pool, they only have one singular pool here, but it is popping out here. It's just a big circular pool out here, but what a view. It's right under the Eiffel Tower. It does look like they have cabanas here as well. And then they have the bar at Pool Paris. Right now it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and It is very sunny everywhere. So if you're coming here to tan, this is definitely a place to do it, and definitely do it at this time. I think later the entire building covers up the shadow of the pool. Very cool that you can just walk up to the Eiffel Tower. And there's the pool and the Bordeaux Tower. And that is the tour of Paris. Let's head inside and check out the room. Welcome to the Paris room tour. And man, we have a fountain view room. I cannot wait to show you. Let's start from when you walk in the door. Now this room is small, but it is nice. We are on the very end of the entire place. So when you first walk into your room, you have your bathroom to your left. We'll come back to that at the end. You have your king size bed here, and then your end tables. On the lamps, you do have a outlet here, and then on this side you have another outlet, as well as the Caesars outlet, USB, and USB-C and phone charger. You have a nice piece of art with Paris on it, and then your king size bed looks very nice. On the other side, you do have the same lamp with the two outlets and your old school phone. Next to that, you do have one chair, does look pretty comfy. And then you have the view, which I'll come back to. And then over here, you have a little seating area that I have my suitcase on, and a small desk and a mirror. Now on this desk, it doesn't really look like you can use it for anything because they have all of the paid for items up here, but I'm sure you could fit a small little laptop or anything if you need to get some work done. Then you have the entertainment center. On this side, you do have an extra pillow up top, your iron, your ironing board, and your suitcase holder. Then you have three drawers here. That are pretty nice. And then your safe and your personal fridge. That's right, you get a personal fridge here, which is very, very nice. You do have what looks to be a 50-inch TV. And then on this side, you do have just hanger space. Maybe a place to put your suitcase. You do have full-length mirrors on both sides, which is very nice. But that is your only full-length mirror. And when you come into the bathroom here, you have your regular sink, your mirror, some nice lamps, towels, nice mirror here, very nice. Oh, wow. I did not know these rooms came with a tub. Now this is an older school tub, not a jetted tub, but you do have a tub here. And then your shower. Whoa. Rain shower and handle shower with the regular Caesars shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Looks like this is very clean, very, very clean, very nice. And then you have your commode. Looks like they use Angel Soft, which is a pretty cheap brand of toilet paper, but not bad. Now, for the view, right now, I don't think the fountains are going on, but wow. I just have a straight shot to the Bellagio fountains. This is going to be amazing to watch the fountains either tonight or during the day if I'm in the room. And then we have the Versailles Tower over here with the newly renovated rooms. We are on the 28th floor. Very, 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 very nice. That's gonna be your tour of Paris and the room tour. We're gonna head downstairs, maybe check out some food. Let's head on downstairs. All right, so we did end up heading downstairs and going to Mon Ami Gabi. I'm here with my childhood friend Brandon, who has lived in Las Vegas for over 10 years. People have told me many times to get the steak frites here, so that's the reason why we chose this place. We actually asked to sit inside, and we said it twice to the hostess, and they took us outside to the furthest table that is outside. And then again, we had to say that we wanted to sit inside, and they brought us into the patio, which ended up being fine. You can still feel the AC in there, so I mean, it is what it is. I ended up getting the steak béarnaise, and my friend Brandon got the steak au poivre. Both were $46, and when it came out, we were just a little disappointed. The steak was very thin and was extremely chewy, but the fries were actually really good, and both sauces we got were also very good. The service was extremely fast. It took less than 5 minutes to get our food, which I guess makes sense since the steaks were super thin. Since coming home and posting about it on my Facebook page, everyone chimed in and said to go there for brunch and not to get any of their other food. So I might give it a try next time I stay there. After that, we went and got the viral cronut from Dominique Ansel's, which is a croissant and donut hybrid. It was $11 and not worth it. I watched so many influencers say that this was the best thing they ever had, and Brandon and I were not only underwhelmed with the flavor, but also the texture as well. I would not recommend anyone going and spending $11 on that. Also, we waited in line for about 20 minutes for it, so not a great overall experience. After that, I went to bed, and in the morning, I went and checked out the gym. It's a decent gym and will definitely get the job done while you're on vacation. But let's head back up to the room so I can give you my final breakdown here at my stay at Paris.
Good morning. We just got done with our one-night stay here at Paris, and now it's time to tell you the pros, the cons, who's this place for, and whether or not it's worth it to stay here. First, we'll start with the room. The room was pretty great. Everything was clean, which I'm very happy about. The room is a bit smaller here in the Bordeaux Tower, but I actually don't mind that. I don't really need a huge room. All I'm doing is pretty much sleeping in this room, so not that big of a deal to me. The bed was incredibly comfortable. The pillows were incredibly comfortable. It's a more soft bed. The pillows were pretty thick, so no complaints on the bed. Slept great last night. Shower pressure is pretty good. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. A little confusing to use the shower. There's two different things and you have to pull a knob to turn it on, and it's not like a turn. It's just a little weird, but not that big of a deal. You do get a personal fridge in here, very nice. And I think the walk to the elevators, even though I'm the last room in the hall, it's not that big of a deal. I can leave my room and be down on the middle of the casino floor in less than 5 minutes. The elevators here are incredibly fast, unlike at Planet Hollywood when they're very slow. Paris is super fast. It's very nice. I went up and down probably 4 or 5 times already during peak times when people were leaving and people were coming in. So no issues there. Very great. The casino floor, I do enjoy the casino floor here. It's kind of a big square downstairs and it's connected to the horseshoe. Good mix of games. They have been slowly getting rid of all the older games, but there was a few around there, but a lot of new games. The casino floor was incredibly busy last night, but today is Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, so it should slow down around here. But I do enjoy the casino floor. The check-in area, you had 2 different diamond lines. One, we could walk into this room where I checked in. They were handing out champagne, which that was the first time I've ever seen that. I don't drink, so I passed, but I did get a couple bottles of water. But if you're a drinker, it's nice that when you were standing in line, they offered you champagne. Very cool. Now that's just for Diamond members, so if you're a new person coming to Vegas, you don't get that opportunity. As far as the food they offer here, I think that's where I'm going to dock Paris. I have ate at Alexa's, very good. I can definitely recommend that. But we ate at Mon Ami Gabi. The steak frites, though it was cheap, $46, the piece of steak was incredibly thin, pretty chewy. The taste was fine. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't live up to it. I probably won't go back there. And then the last trip I came here, I ate at Cherie's Rooftop and the service was very poor. The food was just okay. Just didn't have a good time there. And then the only other things they offer here is like the Bedford by Martha Stewart. I have not ate there, but it is very expensive Southern comfort food, which Southern comfort food usually shouldn't be expensive. They do have fast food options like Bobby's Burger. That's pretty good, but if you're wanting like a good sit down restaurant, there's not really one here that I can recommend other than Alexa's. We did get the viral cronut at Dominique Ansel's Patisserie, and for $11, I just don't think it's worth it. So don't waste your money getting that. I mean, if you want to, sure. It was chewy. Like if you compressed a croissant and then like bit into it, it would be kind of chewy and hard. The flavors were pretty good. It was a weird flavor. It was like rose and matcha or something like that. It was okay, but not my favorite flavors, but that still didn't take away from the texture for me. The texture just wasn't it. So I don't know if I would recommend spending money on that. And then as well as entertainment here, there's not much entertainment. They don't really have a showroom or anything here. They do have the free show area cabaret in the lobby, but it's only free on Saturdays and Sundays with entertainment. But I did see last night when I was walking back to my room, they did open up that area. I know during the tour I said I've never seen that place open. They did open it up, but there was no entertainment. So it was just like a sitting area with a bartender at the bar. So overall, my experience here I think was very great. I think as far as all the Caesars properties on the Strip, this might be my favorite. I think the room was comfortable. You're mid-strip, you can get fountain view rooms. The only dock for me is obviously the food, but we're next door to Horseshoe, which honestly doesn't offer that much food, but you're right across the street from the Bellagio, Caesars Palace, and then Planet Hollywood to the other side. So you do have food options around you. You're just gonna have to walk to them. Not that big of a deal. So who is Paris for? I do 100% believe that if you are a first timer coming to Las Vegas, this place you should definitely stay at. If you are a Caesars member somewhere else, you might have comp nights here. Definitely recommend staying here for your first time coming to Vegas. And also, if you're a veteran coming to Vegas, like if you have been to Vegas 30, 40 times, I do think this place is great for you as well. You're mid-strip, you can kind of walk everywhere. The parking deck wasn't too terrible if you're renting a car. So overall, I think this place is good for anyone. I don't think it's that expensive. This is more of a upper mid-tier place. It's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg like over at Caesars Palace. I've seen nights here go for $50. I've seen nights here go for under $100. And then I've seen them on the weekends go for, $150, $200. But I think for what you get, this is a great location. You have a CVS right downstairs, so you can walk out, grab your drinks, bring them up here, put them in your fridge. If you're staying here for multiple nights, you're good to go. So I think overall, my experience here, I'm going to give this place an 8.5 out of 10, which is, I think, my highest score out of any place I've ever stayed on my channel, which is very surprising. Maybe Ocean and Atlantic City might have been the same, but this place is honestly pretty great. I am gonna be giving away 4 poker chips to 4 of you guys, 1 poker chip each. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is 1, be subscribed to the channel, 2, like this video, and 3, comment down below. Tell me if you've ever stayed here, if you would like to stay here, or if you just enjoyed the video. And in 2 weeks when my next video comes out, I'll announce the 4 winners. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. If this video helped in any way, shape, or form, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, it helps me make these videos, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you would stay here. Anyways guys, I'll see you on the next one.